I would like to express my solidarity to the opposition for the loss of Viktor Orban, the main source of inspiration and main argument for a decade in this room, which today clearly begins to have its difficulties. Colleague Rosato, I do not agree, as you know, on the exaggeration of unanimity, a theme on which I have answered many times. And I reiterate the fact that what we have shown in recent years is that politics, in the end, its summaries on Israel. I have also said that we support different initiatives, starting with the sanctions against the colonists, starting with the sanctions against the ministers, which we will evaluate when the proposals for measures against the products that arrive from those areas arrive, and I reiterate what I said in the report. I believe that going beyond and isolating Israel would not be functional. But no, it would not be functional to Israel. It would not be functional to us and our goals. It has a necessary European presence to defend what we want to defend, including the maintenance of the solution of the two states. After that, we have no ambiguity, not even on the issue of Ukraine entering the EU. I said this as I think in my report, but I want to tell you that, unlike you, I think that the proposals advanced by Chancellor Merz are proposals that must be explored. I think it would be a mistake, for example, to allow that the path of Ukraine's accession was faster than that of the Western Balkans. I think we would make a mistake in using two weights and two measures. I think we would make a mistake in giving the message that there are nations that are more important than others. And I think that, on the one hand, we must respect all the countries that want to join, and on the other hand, we have an urgent issue that is certainly linked to the Ukrainian issue. I think that the Chancellor is looking for a synthesis between these two needs, and I think that, in the face of these debates, the approach must be pragmatic, as usual, and not ideological. And I say this also in reference to the Balkans, because, if I remember correctly, some of the countries of the Western Balkans were among the first to propose a debate on this issue, and to propose different forms, or integrative ones, compared to those of the traditional accession as we know it. You are trying to tell the Italians that the government is spending the little money it has on weapons and guns instead of investing it in hospitals, schools, and essential services. What is happening, on the contrary, is the exact opposite. Not only are we not taking €1 from hospitals, schools, and services, but we are spending those resources to protect hospitals, schools, and essential services, to put infrastructure and safety, to guarantee energy supply, to defend the data of the citizens, to strengthen the capacity to respond to emergencies, and to protect our borders. You were spending the billions in arms in exchange for Trump's tweet of endorsement when you were playing your palace games. After that, colleague Silvestri, I want to address colleague Boldrini again, because earlier colleague Vigna was indignant because she referred to the signature of Mr. President. I know that colleague Boldrini has always been very mobilized on these matters, and I respect her point of view, which I do not share. But I ask colleague Boldrini, always for the sake of the presidency, if this is really the point of respect for women, or if the point of respect for women is to listen to a colleague who does not invite me to wear knee pads, but tells me that I have worn knee pads. Colleague Silvestri, what you have not been able to accept is that there is a person who, without ever wearing knee pads, has come where she has come, without help, without favoritism, and without shortcuts. This is what bothers you. It bothers you that the first woman president of the Italian Council came from the right, because you have not been able to propose it.